Have you given thanks for your marriage and for your spouse today? In a great marriage that is based upon grace, you will develop an attitude of gratitude. You will be thankful for your spouse and for your marriage. Hi, I'm Willie Batson, President and founder of Family Builders Ministries. Today I want to share with you what I think is one of the key characteristics of a marriage that is based on grace. And it is this attitude of giving thanks on a regular basis for your spouse and for your marriage. I have some news for you today. I don't know whether you're prepared for it, but your spouse is not perfect, and neither are you. But do you begin your day expecting your marriage to be perfect, expecting your spouse to be perfect and live up to all of your expectations? Or do you begin with a sense of gratitude for your spouse? The Apostle Paul began his letter to the Corinthian Christians with these words, "I always thank God for you because of His grace given you in Christ Jesus." Notice the word always. They must have been a really wonderful group of people to get along with, right? Well, not exactly. You don't have to read very far beyond this particular verse to discover that they were jealous of each other. They were dividing into various factions within the church. They were excusing immoral behavior among them. And they were even sullying the observance of the Lord's Supper. However, Paul was able to find something about this group of people for which to be thankful. And you know what it was? It was the presence of God's grace in their lives. He says, "I always thank God for you because of His grace given you in Christ Jesus." I know it's easy to be negative in marriage. It's easy to focus on the weaknesses and shortcomings of each other. And this makes it even more necessary that you intentionally focus on your spouse's good qualities and that you give thanks with positive words, giving thanks to your spouse and giving thanks to God. Consider this admonition again from the Apostle Paul, but this time in his letter to the Ephesian church. He says, "Nor should there be obscenity, foolish talk, or coarse joking, which is out of place, but rather thanksgiving." And so he says to us that we are to cultivate words of thanksgiving, and that begins with an attitude. Now, if we don't, contempt will be birthed in our marriages. And contempt is fueled by long-simmering negative thoughts about your spouse. John Gottman, writing in his book, 7 Principles of Making Marriage Work, says that the signs of contempt include sarcasm, cynicism, name-calling, eye-rolling, sneering, mockery, and hostile humor. He says that contempt is poisonous to a marriage because it conveys disgust. It conveys, "I can't stand you." Contempt is conceived when we allow ourselves to give in to unrealistic expectations of our spouse and our marriage. Love and respect, however, are conceived with expressions of gratitude. We have a choice over which one we will choose, contempt or gratitude. We all need to remember that when we first met and fell in love, we didn't say, "I hate you and you hate me, and so, hey, let's get married." I don't think so. The same person each of us met and married is still there, even though at a particular moment it doesn't seem that way. In the difficult times, the spouse you married, the spouse that you love, is still there. Today, take a little bit of time to reflect on a sense of gratitude for your marriage and for your spouse. For what characteristic or what situation in your marriage are you thankful for today? Are you just thankful that you have a spouse? Because there are a lot of people today who are missing their spouse. And so you can be thankful and develop that heart of gratitude that will build a great marriage, a marriage full of God's grace, God's love, and God's mercy. So have a great marriage today. God bless you, and thank you.